Good morning. It is day 27 out of 30 of eating meat and eggs every single day for 30 days. It's called the Carnivore diet. Now I just had my ground beef and bacon and I'm off to the gym. But we, my wife and I, are going on a little road trip. We're going glamping. Now what glamping is basically, it's a tent, but it's more luxurious. And I will show you how that obviously looks. But before that, we gotta hit the gym. And I will show you how I treat this carnivore diet when we're on the road and also when we are at a different location. Let's go. We are in the parking lot of the gym and I'm going to train some posterior legs, so hammies and some calves and some glutes. So I'm going to have a little quick session because the place where we're going is quite far. I realize now it's not 2 hours drive, it's actually a 2:45-minute drive, so basically 3 hours. So we need to leave earlier, which means I need to rush the gym. It's a whole thing, but it's gonna be good, so let's get it. Alrighty, that is done. Legs complete. Did some hammies and some carbs, but like I said, very quick session because, you know, we need to go. I'm already a bit late. Let's go. We just got home and we can see this from our balcony. It was smaller yesterday or the end of the day before, but this is insane. Look at this. Look how crazy that fire is. I mean, I showed you a thingy today, a little morning video of the outside. There was nothing. Look how crazy that is. Insane. You can see the red flames and everything. Holy moly. I mean, we are quite good, we are quite good with, you know, saving the land, but that is insane. Alrighty, we're on the road, and this is my first little snack, little biltong stick, which I quite enjoy. And I received a little comment where everyone's like, is it legal to, you know, use a phone while you drive? It isn't, but you know, I've mastered it a little bit, haven't I? Anyway, let's go. Alrighty, so we made yet another stop, and we found a spa, which kind of make fresh food, obviously, and this is what we got. So sausages and some pork rashers, freshly made, and yeah, it's still carnivore, so you do get that. At least in South Africa, so you could potentially still go on a road trip. And I know lots of people obviously want to have muffins and sweets and, you know, nuts and peanuts and things like that, but you know, this is also a option, and it's a good one. Nice little cheese griller. Let's go. We made it, my love. We're here. Quite a nice little spot, I would say. So yeah, let's get unpacking and let's go. Alrighty, let me quickly show you what we are up against here. It's very peaceful, very chill, very small as well. So in the background you see the tent, the little stairs that go up. There's some wood, and yeah, fairly simple. Let's rather say that, right? And then this is kind of our view from the top, so you know, it's pretty chilled. Then I'm going to take you to the back of the tent, which is kind of why we go, or why we come here. You hear that? Some weird little thing, pigeon or something. No, what are they called? Well, anyway, we've got a nice little hot tub. I still need to light it, of course, but you know, once it gets going, then it gets going. And then we also have that's hence why I'm without a shirt, because it was a bit hot. We've got a little outdoor shower, which is quite nice. And again, that's the view that you have when you are outdoor showering. And of course, this is the back of the tent. So very small, very chilled, nothing too crazy, but lovely. You know, we come here because, I mean, I personally do all these challenges and things, so I come here to take a little break, to get away from, editing and things like that. Like for instance, there's no Wi-Fi here, there's nothing, so I'm recording, and obviously I'll edit the video, and which I can do offline, and then tomorrow morning I'll have to upload and publish it. So, but for now I'm just filming and then relaxing. So no social media, no nothing, which is great. Anyway, I'm gonna take my mic to a nice little spot, and then I'm gonna have a little chat, quick one, just a little quick chat, just regarding what's coming next with the last few days of Carnivore, and what my channel is about in the future. And also I'll show you what we have for dinner, because we are going to braai. If you don't know what a braai is, I'll show you. Alrighty, it is time for lunch. It's gonna be steak. That's it. Just 400 grams of pure fillet steak, and this is gonna go down pretty nicely. Let me actually taste how it is. Yep, nice and soft. And that's the thing about fillet, right? You can overcook it, you can undercook it. It'll still be nice and soft. So, where sometimes if it's a certain, I've actually made a video about all the different steaks and things like that. So, I just feel like fillet is the most trustworthy and reliable steak out there. Whether you pan fry it, braai it, you can even microwave it. I'm sure it'll probably taste pretty good and also feel good, But anyway, I wanted to take this opportunity quickly while we are here in this beautiful, oasis away from the city, of course, with a little bit of flies, just to tell you, or to kind of tell you what my plans are for the next 3 days, the next week, and potentially this, the lifetime of this channel. So I've obviously started doing these challenges. 365 was the first one, and I kind of found a little niche. I found like a way where I can connect with you, and people like yourself have engaged in, comments and messages and things like that. And so it encouraged me to pursue this type of challenging vibes. And little did I know that I would actually enjoy it. Like I did it because that's what people wanted me to do, and that's what was going to get views. But, in a way, I've always been a competitive person, and I think your biggest enemy, I would say, your biggest competitor is not the guy next to you, but yourself. You always want to try and beat yourself. And if you can do that over and over and over and over again, you will be unstoppable. You will probably be the best in the world, because, our standards are so high for ourselves. So if you can beat yourself, you can just imagine. So I started these challenges, the running one first. I did the Carnivore. I'm like 3 days away from finishing it, and the results are crazy. I mean, you guys can see it's pretty decent. It's been 27 days from where it was. Really proud of the transformation. I've already said my comments on what I think about the diet as well. If it's sustainable or not, and if it's something I want to do forever or not. But let's go into what's next, right? What is next? Now, a few people have obviously asked me and said, Roche, you should do vegan next, and you should do this next, you should high fat. And I just want to give my inner body, my, how can I say, my intestines a break. I just want to give my organs some rest when it comes to the food that I digest and that I eat. I want to go back to the normal way of eating. I enjoy it. It's good for my mental health, and I just need a little break. So I'm not going to do any food challenges. However, I thought maybe I could do a little physical one. So hear me out. I haven't tried this yet, but I think I'm going to do it. And the whole point is that it's a challenge. So I'm going to do 10,000 push-ups. That is what I'm going to do. But I first want to hear from you. I want a little bit of a voting system going on here, like a poll or something, or every comment that's, I'll take the comments as they come in. Should I do one where I do 10,000 push-ups in 30 days? That's equal to 333 push-ups a day. And then the last day, I'll have to do 10 more. Then I'll reach 10,000. So let me know what your comments on that is. That is something that I'm looking at.
definitely something that I'm looking at, because number one, I always want to challenge myself that will also benefit. If you do these challenges, it shouldn't just be like, I can challenge myself and see if I could eat 10 bowls of peanut butter a day for a month. I could do that. That's a good challenge, and it'll be hard. But in the end, I'm going to be potentially overweight. I'm going to be fat. It's just too much calories, too many carbs. It's not going to work for me. So it's not going to benefit me. Where if I do a challenge where like the running, it helped me cut. The carnivore diet, it helped me maintain my muscle and also obviously cut. The push-ups, however, is going to help more specifically to grow my chest, because I do have a little bit of, a lack of chest when it comes to my body parts of my body. It's there, but it is something I want to work on more. So it's ideal. So 10,000 push-ups, 30 days. If I do it, when I do it, I will potentially, gain some muscle on the chest. So that's the one thing. And then further on, you all know, if you follow me for a long time, that I enjoy a bulk. I enjoy a good bulk. I can bulk for years if I have to. It's just fun. It's a fun thing to do. You can eat. Your energy levels are super high. So it is something that I'm leaning towards. So I was thinking of doing after the push-up challenge, then going back to food, but it's kind of a combination of food and workout. So I'll be showcasing what I eat, how much I eat, how much it costs, the basis of this, but it'll be a little longer series. It wouldn't just be 30 days. It'll most probably be a 180-day challenge, which is great because it's something that you can follow every day. As you guys know, I enjoy posting every day. It's not the easiest thing to do because you also want to experience life and things like this, which I do. But then as soon as I press, stop recording, or, then I have to go edit the video. So, but I do have a work-life balance. I feel like I have managed to keep that in my life, in case you were wondering. Yeah. And then lastly, I obviously just want to say thank you again for every single one of you that's watching this video from the beginning to the end. It's amazing. I'm so close, guys. I know it has nothing to do with you, but it for me, and again, it's nothing to do with the money. It's the achievement of finishing something that you started. And I started 4 years ago. I'm like so close to being monetized, and it's going to feel like I went to university for 4 years and I got a degree. That's how it feels. Probably even more, to be honest, because it's just I've put in a lot of work. So I just want to thank you for the support. That's all I can do. I can't. The only way I can really thank you is to keep pushing out great content, to give you true facts, to be real, and just to be open and honest all the time, and make sure that you are entertained. Because that's also why you watch videos, right? Anyway, I'm going to quickly smash the steak, and then I'm going to form a little night shoot just to show you the braai and the little cheese grillers that I'll be finishing at dinner. Let's go.
Alrighty, so this is what we call in South Africa a braai. So it's basically just an open fire. We use wood. We have different wood, and the Afrikaans guys get into a fight on which type of wood is the best. Is it the thorn wood or the green wood or the red wood or white wood, whatever. The different types. They get into arguments, but some of them burn quick, but then the coals are not good. Some take longer, and then because that's the thing with the braai, right? With the fire is the most important thing is that the fire keeps burning and you can keep drinking. It's a party thing, to be honest. But anyway, I'll wait for this to turn into coals, and then we'll braai those little cheese grillers, and yeah, we'll enjoy the night. Alrighty, we are finally done. We're having dinner. This is basically what I'm gonna have on the carnivore. 2.5 cheese grillers, and I've got my 3 boiled eggs that I pre-boiled because that is how we do it. Of course, if you are traveling, if you're working, even, you know, I obviously have clients also online, and 5 years ago I had clients one-on-one, and they would always ask me what do they do when they travel, or if they are a rep and they're in the car most of the time, 8 hours. Prepping is probably the best thing, either the night before or waking up early in the morning and like boiling your eggs or cooking your food and taking it in Tupperware. So this is just something that I've learned obviously in my life. So coming here, super easy. And to be honest, I'm not gonna lie, Carnivore makes it way easier. You know, if you make a sandwich, it can get soggy, things like that. Carnivore, sausages, meat, eggs, those type of things can just, you can eat it cold. You know, it's almost like pizza. You can have pizza the next morning and still taste great. Anyway, thank you so much for watching. Tomorrow is day 28. 28. I'm so excited. It means I'm 3 days closer to having carbs. So anyway, have a beautiful day. I'll see you tomorrow. Cheers.